I had no experience and no plan. And yet, I decided I was going to sail the California coast with my best friends at 19 years old. But this is a story about a lot more than adventure. It's a story about love and my friend Charlie, shot on the Augustina. Dear Diary, I bought the Augustina almost 5 months ago now, and still, none of it feels real. Somewhere between the rush of the joy, laughter, and friendship, I've begun to realize how incredible some of these moments are and have been. It still hasn't hit me the extent at which I've been able to follow my dreams and live these adventures, so today I write in my journal with the intention of sharing the story. Or at least how it all started, so let's go to the beginning.
Just the boat?
Yeah.
We don't know how to sail.
Yeah, that's wild. But the story actually starts even earlier. Believe it or not, of all places, in my college history class. I was distracted between odd moments in class and stumbled upon a sailboat on Facebook Marketplace, which sparked an idea. That night, I called Charlie, my best friend and one of the few people on this planet that would even consider saying yes to my wild idea.
You have a lot of crazy ideas, man.
I was thinking, what if I bought a sailboat on Facebook Marketplace and we sailed it around like the Channel Islands in California all of January?
Do you know how to sail?
No. Do you?
No.
And let's stop right there, because as crazy as this is, there was something else important happening in my life right about now. Because I had just met this person. Her name is Ava. And I had a big crush on Ava. There was only one problem. She didn't know I existed, but she did know Cooper. Yeah, that Cooper. And Cooper and I were good friends. So one day I snapped and decided to tell Cooper everything, which I wouldn't regret, because that night I got a text that read,
Yo, this is Ava. Coop, give me your number for future adventures.
"Sweet, we'll be stoked to be out there with you. I'm climbing tomorrow if you want to tag along."
I'd love to, but I'm gone for a race. Once I'm back Sunday, I'm way more free.
We set a date, and I was so excited to finally spend some one-on-one time together. But there may have been one slight miscommunication, because she brought all of her friends. And I was ready to leave it at that, just as friends. But many days later, I became fixated on one thing she said when we went climbing. She wasn't the biggest fan of my year-old flip-flops.
Looks like you need a new pair of flip-flops.
And as much as I hated her comment, it gave me a window to give it one more shot. But to understand what comes next, you have to know that I'm the type of person that always follows through on their wild ideas. So after that call with Charlie, I spent days doing research, logistics, and paperwork to receive one piece of paper. It was the title for the Augustina. Without having ever captained a ship, I had just bought one. And there was only one person that I wanted to text. Sailboat secure, but that's not even the most exciting purchase of the day. I have some new flip-flops on the way.
Oh my god, flip-flops and boat in one day. I think you officially hit your peak.
Finally, everything was in motion, but Christmas break came and we each had to depart on our own separate adventures.
Fucking sailboat, bro. This sailboat is sick. It's so sick.
I wanna like, if people were asleep right now, I'd yell. Lando! So
This is
sick.
unreal.
Oh, this goes back. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, because that's the way down.
Yeah.
So psychic right now, bro. Like, seriously, this is crazy. Bro, what?
This is giant.
Yeah.
Hello.
The plan was simple. We'd start in Marina del Rey and push on our first real sail to Catalina Island. Then we would take on a 24-hour passage all the way from Catalina Island to Santa Barbara Harbor. There we would pick up some friends and sail west to discover uncharted surf breaks on the California coast. Back in the marina, we had a few objectives to complete. Step 1 was to take the boat out with the previous owner, Valtur.
Good morning.
I cannot stress how little we knew of what we were walking into.
I'm gonna raise
We are overwhelmed with new terms and knowledge, and did a lot of smiling and nodding. Nonetheless, this was our only lesson. Step 2 involved learning how to forecast our weather and plan for upcoming storms, which wasn't off to the best start.
I think we should try to take off tomorrow. Here's what I'm getting to our worst day.
With lots of confusion, we decided it would be best to call around and ask for some help.
This is not a safe place to be, so I don't know why anybody in their right mind would make a choice to be here. One time, in 2014, we lost a patrolman trying to save a boat. You really should find a good weather app, or at least check NOAA, which is the National Weather Service. It's NOAA.
We determined that the conditions were unsafe for a near-term departure, buying us time for step 3, maintenance and repairs.
How's it going?
We spent days working on electrical and mast repairs.
Hey, Tyler.
After spending far more time on this step than we'd like to admit, we discovered yet another issue. Our engine was smoking.
Start it up.
All right, here we go.
How am I supposed to fix that? Like, come on, man.
We called in some friends in the Marina for help, and they were able to help us put together a makeshift fix.
I think you're ready to shut it down. Clear? 12.2. 12.3.
We later regretted not spending enough time on this problem, but for now, it was enough to get us onto our next step. Step 4 has to do with someone you may remember from earlier. I had in fact been texting and calling Ava for the past few weeks, and without having ever gone on a date, I had invited her for the maiden voyage. So it was about time to pick her up. And in the excitement of this moment, I pulled out my camcorder to take a video.
Met a girl. I think it's a prank though. I think Cooper's about to be meeting me at this parking lot, and he's gonna tell me that it was all computer generated. Maybe I should be a vlogger. Anyway, I'll see you very soon. And I'm quite stoked about you to show myself. Got some flowers and some cupcakes and some kombuchas, and I'm only a little bit stressed. 5 minutes out now, so that's yeah. Anyway, okay, that's all.
I've changed, and I don't think I've changed, and
It had been weeks leading up to this moment, and with so much emotion in my heart, I couldn't believe it was all coming together.
I don't think I've changed. I don't think I've changed.
Finally, everything was ready, and it was time for us to take the leap and leave in Marina.
There's gas in the tank. Don't really know how much, but hopefully it's enough to get us to our next stop.
Overcoming a few small challenges, we were able to raise both sails and had a smooth entrance into the open ocean.
Oh man, look at my life. I'm alive.
We couldn't believe it. After countless hours in the marina, we were finally off.
We're sailing, baby.
Oh man, look at my life. 24 and there's so
Oh my god. Good morning.
Morning.
This is such a good spot, and I'm having so much fun. And we're sailing. How fast are we going right now?
3.7.
And we're so far away from the marina, and it's so awesome.
I have such a vivid memory hanging my arm off the side of the boat and realizing that this was it. I had done it. Younger Tyler, who dreamed of adventures just like these, would be so, so proud.
Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm alive like you.
The wind held steady for us, and this sunset is one that I will always remember.
we're sailing.
Oh man.
This is crazy. It's pretty epic.
Doesn't get much better than this, does
Not
it?
really, no.
Peak life, baby.
Peak life.
Life's all about.
As we approached the island and neared a few hours out from our destination, the evening slowly turned to night. And worse, seasickness took over our crew.
We're hanging in there.
Barely.
Alright, so I was gonna keep moving around, but I think all the crucial stuff is mostly tied down.
Island Company. This is Catalina. Looking for a mooring for the next 2 nights. Over.
This is the Catalina.
Oh shit! I wish I should do it again.
In due time, we arrived and celebrated with Charlie's favorite meal.
Steak. Get smoke in here. All right, Tyler.
Arriving in Catalina with my best friends was just how I imagined it, and we went to sleep eager to explore the next morning.
How you feeling?
Amazing. We just went swimming. Got some more banana bread. Good thing about this dinghy too is like a motorized one. It's just one more thing to fix.
Yeah. Oh no! This angle is falling.
Ava and I were growing closer and closer by the day, and I look back on these moments with so much appreciation and gratitude for the places and people around me.
We're gonna get hard lunch on your Instagram.
But one night stands out in particular when Troy took the boat out by himself and gave Ava and I the opportunity to run up a hill and have our first official date. As we neared halfway up the mountain, I started collecting a small bouquet of flowers and told Ava to not look back. As we finally arrived at the top, I was filled with so much joy and happiness, and I couldn't help myself from presenting my small bouquet of flowers and asking Ava if she wanted to be my girlfriend. In the bliss of this moment, I reflected on what the past few days had held.
Hot sand on toes, cold sand in sleeping bags. I come to know that memories were the best things you ever had. The summer shorn, beat down on bonehead backs, so far from home where the ocean stood, down dust and pine bone tracks. We slept like dogs down by the fireside. Awoke to the
Excerpts from my diary entry written on January 13th, 2025. Ava left the boat this morning, and I'm flooded and overwhelmed with emotion. I've never been so inspired by the way someone moves through this world. The connection we formed in such a short time leaves me feeling no other way than this must have been meant to be. The past few days have brought a feeling I don't think I've ever really known before. A mix of clarity, appreciation, and connection. And call me crazy, but I think this might be the beginning of love. But there's no time to sit with that right now, because tomorrow morning we set off on a 24-hour passage to Santa Barbara Harbor.
hot sand on toes, cold sand in sleeping bags. I come to know the friends around are all you'll always have.
Captain.
Good morning.
With just one successful sail behind us and still no clue how to handle a storm, we decided to take on the challenging passage. The ride out to Catalina gave us a sense of false confidence with steady winds and calm seas. But we were about to learn the hard way that Mother Nature doesn't always play nice.
Jesus, dude, we're cooking.
5 a.m., 6.5 knots. Not bad.
Pretty insane, man. We're actually sailors now.
Yeah.
It's a crazy feeling.
Yeah. Let's get to the next clip where it's like all hell breaking loose.
As the sun rose, blasts of wind hit us from the east. With all of our sails out, we had to fight to regain control of the boat. We were successful, but it could have just as easily not gone our way.
This is fucked.
Wind came on way stronger than we expected. We were getting 7.5 knots out of the Marina, which we thought was really good, but we should have known something was up. So sometimes it's worth taking the risk, but at least at this point, it was not worth it.
We were like sailing straight to the island so we could put the sail down. So like we were on a time crunch. Thank God Tyler's a climber, so he's not going anywhere. He was able to tie down the sail, because I had to like put all my strength on the rudder to keep us towards the island.
That was a scary few minutes, man, not gonna lie.
Yeah. This isn't fun anymore! Still banana bread.
Still got banana bread. We're still floating. Still have cookie dough.
The jib is ripped.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the storm had ripped one of our sails, but we hadn't had the chance to fully inspect it yet. We'll get to that in a moment.
I might rule out going anywhere else but home. Alright, so let's assess the damage.
Like, we don't know what we're doing when it comes to sailing, and then when it comes to like assessing risks.
We just don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't sail. Yeah, we can't really like make any decision in confidence of like, oh yeah, let's press on.
Yeah.
Like it'll be tough, but we'll be fine. We don't even know how risky that'll be.
You did a great job of staying calm. Like, I appreciated that.
Of course, I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I'm not good at sailing though, but just admit like, okay, we're weighing over our head. Let's dial it back a bit. Like I know no matter what decision we make right now, or in the next few days, you know, like it's not the end. Like we don't, like people like you and me, like we just don't give up. I really want to push on. Like this is the trip of a lifetime. But like also like I want to have a life to have, still have a trip of a lifetime later. What should we do, guys? I don't know.
Comment below!
Oh my god.
Can we turn the cameras off for a moment and just...
Yeah.
I feel like I can't focus when it's... A few moments later, we unfurled the jib. And this time, we were pleasantly surprised.
Oh man, that isn't bad.
Okay.
Maybe there was a path to continue.
So what do you think then? The journey continues?
Yeah. It's a bad idea. Oh my god.
This time, we took the responsible approach, and we spent the rest of the day learning and practicing sailing drills.
Spent the past like 3 hours working on reefing, clipping in so none of us goes overboard, and just doing all of the practice routines that we should have done a week ago. Yeah. I'll flip those on. I would cut left here.
I'm gonna take on a 24-hour passage, find some secret surf breaks, and I'm gonna bring you along for the adventure.
Finally, we were on our way to Santa Barbara.
Well, our engine's cooked. We made it 10 minutes.
Nothing to say.
Oh my god. This is like breakdown number 3. It's pretty bad. We made it this far.
Luckily, after a rough day, our towboat driver had a lot of appreciation for our extensive sailing knowledge.
The loose end is in your left hand. This is the loose end.
Okay.
So put that around this end around the cleat.
This end around.
We were beat, but we were still in Catalina Island, and this time we weren't going to let it take us down.
This is how I shampoo on a boat.
After a quick swim in the water, Charlie spent lots of time working on the engine and diagnosing the problem.
This was the source of 3 headaches, 2 very close calls, and an extreme amount of stress.
And I somehow worked a miracle, finding someone who was able to sail out a new alternator for our engine.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah, don't drop that one.
Now, all it came to was Charlie's ability to put everything back together, and hoping our assessment of what went wrong was correct.
Oh my god. It's working. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's working. It's working. Yeah, baby. Let's go.
We're about to go on a 24-hour passage.
That's nuts, dude.
For once, everything was about to go our way. We departed at 8 p.m. and the winds were favorable. The night felt endless. Charlie and I rotated shifts, trading quick updates before going back to sleep. And in the hours I was alone, it was just me, the swell, and the sky. And the past few days with Ava lingered on my mind. I kept thinking about everything we'd shared so far and everything that had just begun. And being out there without her and nothing but the open water around me made it feel all the more real. Hour by hour, time went by, and eventually, the sun's coming out. Just morning sunshine! Charlie's up and the wind is on! It's sunrise, we made it through the night! We're alive! That's about it. I'm headed to sleep and let you know how it goes. After a good rest and a little bit more sailing, we arrived at Santa Barbara Harbor. There we resupplied, picked up two of my good friends, and in a last minute call, Ava may have figured out a way to clear up her schedule and return once again.
Engineering professor is like that, and it's like...
But our stop in Santa Barbara wasn't as short as we hoped it to be, because, you guessed it, we had more engine issues.
There you go. I'm a man of the bilge.
Any chance you can give me some light?
Some light?
That light back up.
We had a quick turnaround, so we stayed strictly on task, focusing on mechanic work, eating, and... Okay, never mind, but we did make it out of the marina the next morning.
Captain's locked in.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I realized that I haven't properly introduced my friends yet. These are two of my favorite people to travel with on the planet. This is Tino. He's adventurous, artistic, and always a team player. And this is Evan. He's kind-hearted, funny, and a very talented photographer. Together with Charlie and Ava, this was the perfect crew, and this morning was nothing short of perfect.
Baby, I've been taking photos down, 'cause I can't find a better place to replace my time. We've been running around, laying down in foreign sand, overlooking the city with a bottle of rum in our hands.
Can you turn down really quick so I can get an audio clip?
Yeah. Hi kids, this is your hot mom on the front of our boat.
What's the update? Where are we doing?
The update is we are sailing up the coast from Santa Barbara. We are gonna go surfing in the morning. And we made lots of friends at the Santa Barbara Harbor. Had a good night last night. Made some steak. And here we are.
That's wonderful. Who's recording this?
My boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And after weeks of texting and countless days on the boat, my whole world was about to be validated through these three words.
What do you have to say?
I love you. What?
Well, I can dream again. Yeah, I'm home now.
But the day's eventfulness wasn't over just yet. The wind was coming up, and Charlie and I's preparation over the last few weeks was about to be tested.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks ago, Charlie and I didn't know how to sail, and we had put in the hours, so this was our day to win, and that's exactly what we did.
That's what we played for. Oh yeah.
We arrived safely and went for a surf in the morning, enjoying the beautiful fruits of our labor. We had done it, but we still couldn't escape our engine issues.
Alright, so we were getting ready to leave after the good surf in the morning, good vibes, good breakfast. And then we go to fire the engine up after a long sail yesterday, and we had water coming out of the exhaust. So, yeah, if that doesn't sound bad, it's bad. That's no good. That's no good.
We had no other option other than to call for a tow to get us home safely.
Yeah, it's 30 miles, so we're looking at about 5 or 6 hours to get to Santa Barbara.
Is it 5 hours?
Got you, Randy. You're our angel.
Hey, no worries.
I really like this next part, so we might need some music.
So I'm on a boat and it broke, but so it's black. Got my watermelon.
And that's a wrap. I successfully pulled off one of my wildest dreams to date. But like I said before, this was never a story about adventure, or sailing, or the Pacific. This was always a story about the people, and specifically a story about falling in love, and my friend Charlie, shot on the Augustine.
Man, oh man, you're my best friend. I scream it too. There's nothing there. There ain't nothing there.
One thing I've learned as I've grown up is that not many true stories have happy endings. But maybe just this once, this one can.
Oh my god. We're so close to getting it.
Eat some pie, cause we're some cool guys. On a boat now, we got 2 eyes.
Hey dude, how much do you pay for rent?
It's free actually.
Sorry, this was like a really dumb move by me, but now it's good.